Hi, I'm going to talk to you today about stretching, why it's important, how to do it, how often you should do it, and I'm going to take you through some stretch sequences, showing you the muscle groups that you're going to be working and talking to you about the best ways to stretch them. The most important thing you need to be aware of is that you need to maintain good flexibility throughout life so you actually have a good quality of life. As you exercise and as you get older and naturally your range of movement and your activity levels decrease, you will find that your muscles tend to get shorter and shorter and shorter, so therefore restricting what you're able to do. So you need to make sure that, especially after exercise, that you're looking to lengthen those muscles back out to their pre-exercise state. What this will do is it will make sure that you do have your full range of movement. It will also decrease the risk of injury, and you'll also be functional for everyday activities as well. Before you begin any stretch sequence, it's important to make sure that your muscles are warm and that your body temperature is slightly raised. What this will mean is that there's enough blood going through the muscle, so you're not actually stretching a cold muscle. So you're going to decrease the risk of injury by overstretching and tearing a muscle. Also, once you've mobilised your body and you are warm, your joints will be lubricated as well, and all the cartilage will be cushioned. So safe, effective stretching for all the muscles, the joints and the ligaments. So this first sequence I'm going to show you is going to be laying down on the floor. So this is a stretch sequence you can do first thing in the morning when you get out of bed, or maybe something you want to do before you go to bed at night as a way of relaxing you and getting you ready for sleep. So, like I said, the first thing you need to do is just make sure that you're mobilised and you're warm. So I normally start just by gently rotating through my wrists, just making small little circles in one direction and then taking it back the other way. Now you might hear some clicks and cracks, that's okay. That's just the air escaping from your joints and just a sign that you're getting mobilised as well. So after I've rolled out through my wrists, what I'd do next is just roll through my shoulders. So you take a deep breath in, bring the shoulders all the way up to your ears, take the shoulder blades back down your spine, and then just take it back the other way as well. Making sure the whole time you're staying relaxed, taking deep breaths in, and then just let your arms fall down by the side. Next thing I'd look to do, and I'd recommend that you guys do as well, is just do little torso rotations just to twist through the body. Now, most important thing with this little twist here is you try and keep your hips facing forward, because you actually want to mobilise the middle part of your spine, the thoracic part of your spine. Just little twists is all you need, okay? Now, the next thing that you need to do is just mobilise through the legs. So I'd start just with your feet just hip width apart, and then you just take a deep breath in, squat down, breathe out as you come up, reaching nice and tall, and then you let the arms float back down by your side. I'd recommend doing this probably about 3 to 5 times, just to get yourself nice and warm and obviously ready for your stretching. Letting the moves flow and remembering to take a deep breath in as you come on down, and exhale as you come up. After you've done that about 5 times, we just want to make sure that we're starting to stretch through the back of our legs now. So what I suggest to do is just gently walk the hands down the front of your thigh, trying to make sure your back is nice and flat. Now I'll just come up and show you that from the side so you can see that. So making sure the shoulders are back, just walk the hands down your thighs, just going as far as your body allows you, just keeping the back nice and flat. Try and keep your chin tucked in as well, and the eyes are down to the ground. Now, we're just going to put those moves together. I just want you to have a look first. So you take a deep breath in, squat down, come on up, take the hands down to the side, and this time come down and just place the hands onto your thigh. So you're just moving through, mobilising, warming up, and just starting to feel relaxed as well. Taking the hands down to the thighs. Excellent. Now there is another level to this move if you wanted to try that one. You take a deep breath in, come on down, rise all the way up, this time keeping your arms up, swan dive all the way down, and then you can place the hands just down on the floor, tucking your head in so you're facing to the legs. And then you just bend your knees from here, deep breath in, and just come up back to the beginning. I'll just show you that one more time. So it's always important to remember that you choose the level that you're comfortable with, just working to your own body. and making sure that you're just staying relaxed. And you keep breathing. So that's the mobilisation done. What we'll do next is we'll move down onto the floor and I'll show you a sequence of laying stretches that you can do at home. So when you're laying on the floor to do your stretches, it's important to make sure that you're actually lying on something comfortable. You don't want to be lying on any hard wooden floors or anything like that. You've made your body warm, and it's important that the environment that you're going to be stretching on is warm as well, so your muscles don't start to get cold and then start seizing up again. So what you need to make sure you do is either stretch on a yoga mat, or if you've got another mat then that's fine as well. Some people, they like to have a nice relaxed environment to be in, so they might choose to have some candles burning, or they might have some incense or some soft music playing in the background as well. Whatever you need to do to make sure that you're going to be relaxed, then make sure that you do that as well. I'd also recommend having a towel close to you just to help enhance some of the stretches, which I'll show you later on as well. So first thing we're going to do is just lay ourselves down. So remembering now that we're warm, just laying down, you're going to go into a full body stretch. So you just take the arms above your head, just take a deep breath in. Now as you breathe in, try and stretch from one side of the mat to the other, trying to lengthen through the fingers and the toes. And then just take a nice deep breath out, and then just feel everything relax down onto the ground. You might feel that the limbs start to get a little bit heavier, and you can just feel that there's no tension anywhere in the body. Do that one more time, deep breath in, trying to lengthen a little further, and then just breathe out and relax. When you're stretching, always try and make sure that you breathe in through your nose, nice and gentle, and then breathe out through your mouth. Now from here, what you're going to do is just bring the knees up in towards your chest. So you're looking to take away any tension and tightness in the lower back now. Just draw the knees gently in, making sure that you keep the head down on the ground as well. You want to avoid the urge to bring the head up to meet the knees. Just relax down through the shoulders. Once more, taking nice, deep, slow breaths. Now what you're going to look to do from here is just drop the knees over to one side. So you just take the outside edge of one leg, drop it over to the side, and then the arm on the opposite side of the body just lengthens out. So what you're looking to do here is just feel the stretch all the way through the side of the body. And it's important that you keep that opposite shoulder blade down on the floor. Just relax it here. Once you feel the tension ease off, you might find that you can bring this top leg a little bit further, just to increase the stretch. And then release. Coming back to the center, hug the knees in once more. So you're looking to hold each stretch for about 20 to 30 seconds. All right. And when you're holding a stretch, you need to make sure that there's no tension anywhere through the body. We're going to take the knees over to the opposite side now, twisting the body in the other direction. Just staying relaxed. Once more, once that tension eases off, see if you can just bring that leg a little bit higher to get a bit deeper into the stretch. Then just bringing the legs back to the center. I want you to keep hold of one leg, drop the other foot down to the floor, and from here you've got the knee pulled into the chest, everything's relaxed, and then in your own time just think about breathing out and extending the leg up to the ceiling. So what you're doing here is you're looking to work the hamstrings now, and you're also going to get a stretch through the calves, so all the way down the back of the leg. The most important thing here is you need to make sure that you're not pulling on the leg so much that the opposite hip comes up off the ground. Remember to stay relaxed. You can hold on to the back of the calf or the back of the thigh, but try not to hold on to the back of the knee. Again, making sure there's no tension in the shoulders or in the upper body as well. To increase the stretch across the back of the knee joint so you get a deeper stretch into your calf, you think about pushing up through the heel. And then what you'll feel is that the tension builds up, but then it will slightly ease, and once the tension eases off, see if you can just bring the leg closer in towards you. Just breathing into the stretch, making sure there's no tension or tightness anywhere. Once you're done, just gently return the foot back to the floor, and then we just change sides. So bringing the opposite knee in, taking a deep breath in, exhale, bring the leg up. Once more, holding onto the calf or the back of the thigh. If you ever find that you're in this stretch and you've pulled the leg in and the leg's starting to shake, that's just an indication that you've probably stretched a little bit too far. So you just need to come back out of the stretch a little bit. You might find as well is that you're more flexible on one side than on the other. That's okay. It's just an indication you need to work on that less flexible side. Once more, digging through the heel, tension has eased off, so you can bring it in a little bit more. And then just gently drop the foot. There is something that I want to show you with this stretch. If you find that your range of movement doesn't allow you to bring the leg in, what you can do is just place a towel just around the top of your foot, and then you can just gently pull the leg in towards you using the towel. Remembering to make sure that the back of the pelvis stays down on the mat. It's actually a nicer way to stretch, I think. Okay, that's the hamstrings and the calves done. We'll lose the towel for now. The next stretch I want to show you is going to help to get into the side of the glutes and the hips. So from here, you place one foot over the opposite knee. Now for some, this stretch might be enough, so you just gently push on the thigh just to open up. And that's going to help just to get in, just working all around your hip flexors and the side of your glutes. If you're looking for a little bit more from this stretch, what you can do is just lift the legs up and then just hug the legs in towards you. And then that'll really kick in just around the side here. Once again, it's important that you don't raise the head. Okay, stay relaxed in the upper body and try not to yank those legs in towards you. Remember, you should still be relaxed and it should be nice and gentle. And once more, just once you feel that you can go a little bit further, try and go a little bit more. Always remembering to breathe into the stretch as well. Once you've done one side, you'll just gently change over to the other side. Again, just a hand on the thigh might be fine for you. Might be enough that your body allows. And if you are looking for a little bit more, just bring the knees in. Remember to breathe nice and deeply, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Once you're done on both sides, just return both legs to the floor. And then what we can do next from here is roll over onto our sides, and we can do a lying side quad stretch. So you start just with the head resting down onto the upper arm to support obviously the head and the neck, and then you just grab hold of the top foot and then just bring the knees together. And from here, just try and push your foot into your hand, and that will help to open up the front of the quad and the hip flexors as well. Trying to keep your body in a nice straight line. You can actually line yourself up with the front of the mat. So of course, if you do one side, you're gonna have to swivel around and do the other side. So getting yourself comfortable, nice and relaxed, head down, grab hold of the top of that foot, and then just think about pushing the quad into the hand. All right, now from here, just stay in this position for me. You're gonna stay laying down, but you're actually gonna roll over onto your front. So from here, roll over onto your front, and then just think about pushing all the weight back into the heels. So just push the bum back down, and then the most important thing here for you to do is reach forward with your hands, and you're trying to walk the fingertips away from you to feel the stretch through the armpits and through the upper part of the back. Once the tension eases off, see if you can walk the hands a little bit further away, or maybe push your weight back through to your heels a little bit more. From here, you're going to come up onto all fours. Make sure your back is nice and flat. Just looking down between your hands to start, and your knees are just hip width apart for me. Then you just take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, just see if you can really push your back up to the ceiling, tucking your head in, tucking your hips in, and getting a nice big cat curl stretch going on. And then just gently relax. Flattening the back once more. Just do that again for me. And relax it down. From here, you can move into a kneeling hip flexor stretch. So what you do is just bring one leg forward. Now you're looking for a 90 degree angle on both the front knee and on the ankle joint as well. And then from here, standing up or bringing the torso up nice and tall, just want you to gently sink your weight forward so you get a nice stretch through the front of the hip. Just keep the eyes up looking forward. When you're stretching, try and relax the jaw as well so there's no tension through the jawline. Nice gentle breath. And then you just change sides as well. It's the same thing, looking to get through the front and the hip, 90 degrees, body upright, torso is tight, and then you just sink down into that stretch for me. When your hands are resting on the front thigh, make sure that they're on the thigh and that you're not onto the knee, and try to avoid leaning too far forward as well. That way, if you make sure that your weight's back, all the weight will be going through the stretch in the hip. And that stretch is done. So then you just push yourself back, come to a kneeling position, and that's your laying, kneeling sequence of stretches done. So that's the sequence of stretches that you can do in a lying position. If you want to find out more about how to stretch from a seated position or from standing up, all you need to do is click on related media.